Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly double their productivity and wealth, while others stay stuck, spinning their wheels? What if the key to skyrocketing your success wasn't complicated productivity hacks or fancy planners, but an ancient journaling practice used by Roman emperors? Stick around, because once you discover this simple yet powerful Stoic journaling secret, your productivity and wealth could completely transform, faster than you ever thought possible. Now picture Marcus Aurelius, the richest and most powerful man in the ancient world, sitting alone in his tent after a day of ruling an empire. Instead of relaxing or counting his riches, he quietly opened his journal and wrote down his thoughts, reflections, and plans. Why would someone with all that power spend the time journaling? Because Marcus Aurelius knew something most people overlook. True productivity and wealth come from mastering your mind first. But let's be real. You're probably skeptical. Can journaling really double your productivity and wealth today? Or is it just ancient hype? Let me share a quick story about billionaire investor Ray Dalio. Before Dalio became one of the world's richest investors, he faced a crushing financial disaster. He made a terrible bet on the markets, losing nearly everything. But instead of panicking, Dalio took out his journal and reflected deeply, writing about what went wrong, what he learned, and how to avoid the same mistake again. Years later, Dalio credits journaling with completely turning his career around. By clearly analyzing his mistakes and documenting precise lessons, he doubled down on his strengths and eliminated costly errors, catapulting himself to billionaire status. Imagine if you could consistently learn from your experiences just like Dalio, leveraging every setback into explosive growth. But here's the twist. Journaling alone isn't enough. To truly double your productivity and wealth, you need a very specific, proven method of Stoic journaling. And I'm going to reveal exactly how it works in just a moment. But first, let's clear up one big myth. Many people think journaling is just writing down your thoughts randomly or venting frustrations. That's not what Marcus Aurelius or Ray Dalio did, and it's not what successful people today do either. True Stoic journaling involves three essential elements: clarity, consistency, and reflection. So how exactly do you use these elements practically? How can you journal in a way that actually boosts productivity and wealth? I'm Saul, and I discovered the power of Stoic journaling after struggling for years with productivity traps, overthinking, procrastination, and overwhelm. Maybe you've been there too. I was constantly busy, yet somehow never moving forward. But once I discovered how Marcus Aurelius used journaling, everything changed. Here's exactly how you can start experiencing the same results. First, every morning, clearly write down your top 3 priorities for the day. Just 3, no more. Marcus Aurelius famously advised simplicity above all else. By limiting yourself, you force your brain to focus clearly on what actually matters. But wait, why 3 priorities? Why not 10? Great question. Studies in neuroscience confirm the human brain can realistically only focus deeply on 2 to 3 major tasks each day. Trying to tackle more dilutes your focus and sabotages productivity. Next, throughout your day, pause briefly whenever you complete a task and journal 1 sentence. Yes, just 1 sentence, reflecting on how that task aligned with your priorities. Did it bring you closer to your goals or distract you? This quick reflection trains your mind to automatically recognize and cut out distractions. Now imagine the massive difference this makes after just 1 week. Every single day, you're retraining your brain to stay laser-focused on high-value activities that genuinely double your productivity. But what about wealth? How does journaling directly boost your financial growth? Here's the secret, and it's exactly what Marcus Aurelius used to manage Rome's vast resources successfully. At the end of every day, before bed, journal your answers to these two powerful questions. First, what financial or professional decision today clearly supported my long-term wealth goals? Second, what financial or professional mistake did I make today, and how can I avoid repeating it? These two simple questions transform your journaling from random musings into powerful financial insights. Warren Buffett, another Stoic-inspired billionaire, once said, "It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes." But imagine if every night you clearly documented your own lessons. Within months, you'd accumulate a treasure trove of personalized financial wisdom, tailored precisely to your unique situation. Now let's get even more practical. What exactly do you write in your journal to ensure maximum growth and productivity? How do you avoid vague or useless entries that waste your time? Here's an example from my own journal. One evening, after losing money on a rushed investment, I clearly wrote, "Today I invested impulsively without proper research, losing money unnecessarily. Tomorrow, I'll implement a mandatory 24-hour wait period before any investment." This small reflection changed my entire approach, saving me thousands of dollars in future mistakes. But here's where it gets even better. Journaling doesn't just help avoid losses. It actively identifies hidden opportunities. When you clearly see patterns over weeks and months, you effortlessly notice powerful chances to double your income or productivity that others completely overlook. So far, we've covered how journaling boosts clarity, consistency, and reflection, essential Stoic elements that quickly multiply your productivity and wealth. But there's still one more critical piece, perhaps the most important journaling secret Marcus Aurelius himself used daily. And trust me, you won't want to miss this, because once you understand this final element, you'll know exactly how to apply Stoic journaling in your own life to achieve extraordinary results. Are you ready for it? Let's dive in right now. The final game-changing piece of Stoic journaling, the one Marcus Aurelius himself credited for his legendary effectiveness, is called evening self-assessment. This isn't your typical journaling habit. It's the secret weapon used by history's greatest achievers to ensure continuous, unstoppable growth. So how does evening self-assessment practically work? And why is it such a powerful tool for doubling productivity and wealth? Here's how Marcus Aurelius did it. Each night before bed, he carefully reviewed his actions throughout the day, rating his performance honestly and specifically. He didn't just vaguely judge his day as good or bad. Instead, he asked himself targeted questions. Where did I succeed today? And why did that work so well? What did I waste time on? And why did I fall into that trap? How can I specifically improve my decisions tomorrow? When you journal in this precise way, you're giving yourself immediate, actionable feedback, just like having a personal coach beside you every evening. But let's go deeper. Why exactly is this technique so effective? According to Harvard psychologist Dr. Teresa Amabile, who studied productivity extensively, the single biggest factor that boosts motivation and success is something she calls the progress principle. This means clearly recognizing even tiny daily wins or improvements dramatically increases your motivation and productivity over time. Evening self-assessment taps directly into this science. Every night, by clearly identifying your small wins, you amplify your motivation, and by pinpointing mistakes objectively, you gain laser-focused clarity on how to correct them tomorrow. Imagine the powerful momentum you build after doing this consistently for just 1 month. But wait, how exactly does this self-assessment directly boost wealth, not just productivity? Let me share a real-world example of a friend named Lisa. Lisa struggled financially for years despite working incredibly hard. She was always busy but consistently spinning her wheels. Frustrated, she finally agreed to try Marcus Aurelius's evening self-assessment practice for just 30 days. Each evening, she journaled precisely what actions directly generated income, what wasted her energy, and what she'd specifically change tomorrow. Within 1 month, Lisa saw clearly she'd wasted enormous amounts of time chasing low-value opportunities. Once she eliminated those distractions, her income doubled in under 6 months, simply by doing less, but doing it smarter. Imagine having Lisa's level of clarity, clearly seeing precisely which actions grow your wealth and which sabotage it. How much faster could your finances skyrocket? But here's the critical part many miss. Stoic journaling isn't about perfection. It's about constant, incremental improvement. Marcus Aurelius knew he wouldn't magically fix everything overnight. Instead, he focused relentlessly on tiny daily improvements. Over weeks and months, these incremental changes compounded into extraordinary results. So right now, ask yourself honestly, what if your wealth and productivity haven't been limited by external circumstances, but by your lack of clear daily self-assessment? What if a few minutes of focused journaling every evening is all it takes to finally break through the barriers holding you back? Now let's put all these powerful strategies together into one simple action plan you can start immediately. Here's your clear, step-by-step Stoic journaling blueprint for doubling productivity and wealth. First, every morning, clearly define your 3 highest priorities. Remember, less is always more for maximum productivity. Second, throughout the day, pause briefly after each task, quickly journaling whether it aligned with your priorities or distracted you. This continuously sharpens your focus. Third, each evening before bed, journal 2 critical questions specifically related to wealth creation. What financial decision supported my goals? What financial mistake can I avoid repeating? And finally, complete your daily Stoic journaling ritual with a powerful evening self-assessment. Clearly document today's wins, losses, and precise action steps for tomorrow. This structured, targeted reflection amplifies your momentum, motivation, and clarity exponentially. But let's address one last critical question. Can a simple journaling habit truly produce extraordinary results in your busy, complicated life? The answer is a resounding yes. And the proof lies in countless real-life success stories like Marcus Aurelius, Dalio, Warren Buffett, and thousands of others who quietly practice these methods daily. And now the real question becomes, will you join them? Remember, Stoic journaling doesn't require hours. Just 10 focused minutes a day can unlock extraordinary productivity and wealth. Your path is clearly laid out, simple, structured, and proven by history's greatest achievers. All that remains is your commitment to start tonight. If you're ready to experience dramatic, lasting change, pick up a notebook, start journaling clearly, and discover firsthand why Marcus Aurelius's timeless secret has survived for thousands of years. Because ultimately, doubling your productivity and wealth isn't about complicated strategies or external factors. It's about mastering your own mind, and Stoic journaling is exactly how you do it. Start tonight and watch your success soar.